Good morning, everybody. This is Coola from Raw Stocks. We are doing our pre-market prep. Thank you for tuning in and coming into the live coverage of our pre-market prep. If you are not taking advantage of getting this before the market open with our Discord membership, free, paid, whatever, come take a look at us. Come join us. Rawstocksllc.com. That is rawstocksllc.com. All right. So starting off this morning, looks like we're getting a slight push up on today. You can see that we held our 4-day moving average, a really nice little pop off of the morning to get over the top of that, and really seeing us getting a bit of an extension today. 595 is going to be in the cards, maybe even a little bit higher than that if I had to guess. But we're looking at data for that. Let me pull the data. All right. So pull this up. Why is this? Okay. So you can see our options data for yesterday was virtually 5,900 to 5,840. And we are looking at, special shout out to our sponsors, Black Box Stocks and Gamma Edge. Without them, not be able to bring this data to you every single day. So very thankful for those guys. Absolutely. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I left that up. Holy crap. That's my fault. So if you made it this far on the recording, aside at least, let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so SPX today has us virtually between 59.35 and 58.75. So we adjust that for today. That is going to be 59.35. Not what I said. 59.35 and 58.75. Yep, 58.75. So virtually we are looking about right here for the day. So that's what we're looking at. A little bit, maybe a little peekaboo type of event here, or will we see the breakout and continuation over 590 on SPY? What's this look like? So as of this morning, this is the data that we have, and I gotta say that based on the data we're seeing here, this is more bullish than anything. Nothing huge in any type of condors, anything like this. This looks pretty good to squeeze up into that, potentially even to that 59.50 area. So I'm gonna keep a mark on that. Virtually, you're buying the dip until you see this broken, right? So continue to buy it until it proves us otherwise. So let's move on. Real curious on let's see, Nvidia here. We tried talking about this short into 135 yesterday. If you got the first initial move, that was nice, down towards that 132 area. We kind of talked about that 132 to 130 area, and it did get that. But today, sitting right above yesterday's high, what are we going to do, right? Where do we look like we're possibly going to align? Full complex 140 ceiling. Dial it into this week. A potential visit into 140 and even maybe even all the way up to 142 today for me is kind of what it's looking like. They have 136 to 132 as the containment. So this is our largest area. You can see that 136 is the largest area. We're sitting right above that. So we're going to see how it respects 136 at open. And then let me shrink this up. 136 to 132. So this is shrink a ton, right? 132 to 136. So we're at the top of the containment area. We'll see if it wants to sell down below this. If we sell down below this, it has a chance of sliding back down towards that 132 range, but everything's so bullish on this. I would imagine that we're probably going to hold and do one of those areas where we potentially see this. Um, we could potentially see this thing kind of drain all the way back down towards 132.67 as liquidity is going to be taken up here, or we can see this hold 136 and then maybe we see an extension up towards that 140 range. So watch 136 as the green light. Start seeing like a larger candle time frame close over the top of this, some bullish time frame. I would buy into 136 every time until this thing tries to press into that 140 range. If it gets below 136, you'll let it go. But anytime you're close to this 136, you should be looking to buy it if it holds it. Okay, if it holds it or it breaks through it, you need to be watching that, because I imagine we're gonna hit one. We're gonna open. We're gonna sit right at 136, and we're gonna kind of chop back and forth on it. And it's going to make a decision whether, it does a fake out and then runs, or if this thing wants to run up and then get sold on and revisit back down here and try to make its run up. There's a couple different scenarios here, but yeah, that's what we're looking at on NVIDIA. Tesla, sorry, I got to fly through this morning, y'all. Tesla. Sitting at 146. I haven't looked at this, but I imagine that it's probably the 350 wall. Whoops. We're looking at full complex 350 ceiling. Yeah, 350. It's got a little bit of a pull up towards that 360 area, so we're going to watch how it does with 350. I imagine if you start seeing things like NVIDIA pop over the top of 136 or hold 136 and get an extension, you might see 350 cracked on Tesla, but if it does, you're aiming for 360, and I wouldn't imagine it gets any higher than 360. But right now, options data does show 350 as the ceiling there and 330 as the floor. That's kind of what we were talking about. It didn't really have a well-established floor, but we have it now. 330, tighter range here. Worst case scenario here, we press into this 350 again, and this thing gets sold on for a move towards this 340 or even 335 area. I think that's there is potential for that, where we open, right? Liquidity swept, make here, and then we find ourselves doing one of these moves, right? Wouldn't surprise me to see Tesla have a really volatile day and try to make its move from 350 back to 335, all the way back up to potentially 350 or 345 into close. All right, that's going to cover it for today. If you guys want to submit some type of ticker, I encourage you to do that. I see Serious Rose. I'll do this real quick. I've got a moment. I did not cover Meta. I usually cover SPY, NVIDIA, and Tesla. Let's take a look at it real quick. All right. Okay, 700, 637. That's our full complex here. Pretty large short here at 637. This looks like a big condor here between 650 and 637. You can see like a containment area, right? Big pull down here and a big pull here. So looks like some type of condors on Meta. Had a strong sell-off into close yesterday. A strong sell-off. Not sure what that was, but watch 637 to act as a potential support. Okay, 637 and a half. You got this nice little consolidation that had a breakout from it. If you start slipping this, the 637 and a half area, you need to be careful, but it would not surprise me if we came down here and we saw some type of consolidation or shown support, that you see this try to run back up towards the high side of this condor at 650. So Right here is going to be your range for the day, 650 to 637.5. If you break outside this range, we could see some type of a larger move, an accelerated move towards some bigger or some other targets. On here it would be something like 630. But yeah, I right now I would just say it's probably more than likely to be contained between 650 and 637 today. Um, bullish into bullish off of 637.5. If it holds it, you'd be looking for that 650 push. This doesn't look that crazy from your standard little consolidation dip and try to rip, and it got sold, and then we have one come out of the hole here and try to make its push towards potentially 700 next week or in the upcoming weeks. So that's if it doesn't lose its support. If it loses support, it changes everything. But as of right now, keep an eye on that 637.5 area as support, and we'll see where it goes. Meta. Yep. Meta is, it's got a, if you look at the daily here, right, this is a pretty substantial reversal type of daily look. And so you got to be careful here. Got to be careful. But watch that 637.5 area. If not, I imagine that you'll probably try to do some of these daily marks like the open here at 630. And then something in these ranges. These would all be areas, yeah, 633. So I would watch these ranges as potential downside confirmation levels. But yeah, as of right now, hold 637.5. You could see this thing rip back up towards 650 and try to reclaim and make this some type of consolidation range right here. Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks again.
Yep, absolutely. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. For those who came to the live event, if you're not sure how to get to this information before the market opens, come join us at our Discord. It's going to be at rawstocksllc.com. Again, rawstocksllc.com. Come join. Even our free members get this pre-market prep. And if you want to see our call outs, you want to see the 6 analysts that are constantly making call outs, come take advantage of that. We have trials, we have promo codes going on. There's big things happening with this merge, and we look forward to seeing you. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, everybody.